What's up, guys, and welcome back to Rising Trails. Today we're here at Hersheypark for Christmas Candy Lane on January the 3rd, Saturday, January the 3rd. Today is the second to last day of the operating season. Tomorrow's the last day. Tomorrow's closing day, so I definitely will be back for that, but, I thought I'd come today as well, just to experience, everything, 1 second to last time, and just wrap up the season the best way I can, best way I know how to. So, we're going to get in the park, see what all we can do, hopefully have a lot of fun. I have a couple hours here, but for once I'm coming to Candy Lane while the sun is still out and it's not dark. So hopefully I should be able to get a few things done. Most of the roller coasters are closed except for Coco Cruiser and Laugh Track. But other than that, hopefully we'll have a fun day and, wrap up the season the best way we know how to. Okay, so I stopped and got my first hot chocolate, and now I'm going to get a ride on the carousel. So let's get on it. And they try to say that excavator over there and all of the work they're doing, the township is just doing all of that work. Yeah, I think that's just the township doing that work. That definitely looks like the township's doing it, even though it's really most definitely on park property, most likely. I doubt that it isn't. I would doubt. I'd be surprised if it isn't. Part of that, I don't know if it's park property, but part of the stuff they're doing, but definitely not for the township. Definitely something for the park. Yeah, we got off of the carousel. Pretty great ride. It's nice that they put Christmas music. They play Christmas music during the Christmas event. And not just do the normal carousel music, which that's fine. But sometimes it is nice to have a variety on the carousel, and have the Christmas music during Christmas. It makes it a lot nicer. Okay, guys, now we're going to get a ride on the Tilt-A-Whirl. So let's see how it is. The first time getting on it this season, so see how it is this season. Okay, guys, just got off of the Tilt-A-Whirl. Overall, a great ride, was able to get it to spin around pretty good. Of course, it spins in all, one way and then it spins the other way, but, putting my way into it a little bit, I was able to spin it around like 3 complete 365-degree turns. About 3 complete at one point. That was the most I got, but, it's not really fun on that to just spin and spin. You kind of want to go, spin one way and then spin the other direction. Scrambler, the Scrambler, overall, scrambled me up a lot, but, it is a fun ride with all those laterals it has. One of the best rides in the park, probably. I don't know one of the best, but overall, it's a good ride. One of the best that's open right now, but overall, I had a fun ride. Got lots of laterals and had a lot of fun riding it. So, had a lot of fun on the Scrambler. Okay, guys, so another update here by the Music Box Theater and Chick-fil-A on this construction site. So it definitely looks like all those tarps or all those plastic sheets, they're pouring a slab there. You can even see a electric trowel or not electric, but a gas-powered trowel or whatever that's called. So they're definitely pouring a slab there. My thought is maybe they're just bringing back the stage, or maybe they're adding some sort of restaurant or something. But it's definitely something to keep an eye out for next year, because I strongly think that whatever it is will be open for next season. I don't see why it wouldn't be open for next season. It just doesn't make sense not to have it open next season. But that's just a short update for that. Lots of things going on in the park, lots of updates. And with that, guys, now we're heading out. Overall, had a fun day. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow for the last day of the season. Had a fun day. Got a bunch of hot chocolate. I mean, it is what it is. With Christmas Candy Lane, you're only going to get on so much, so you can't expect to do a lot. But I think I had some fun. You always want to do more than you end up doing. But overall, I really had a lot of fun. So I'll say it was successful. So, of course, we'll be back tomorrow for the last days of the season. Last operating day of the season. So looking forward to that, I guess. But overall, I had a fun day. Today we're here at Hersheypark on Sunday, January the 4th, 2026. Today is the final day for the 2025 operating season here at Hersheypark. So we're going to go to the park, do as much as we can. I don't know about how many rides we're getting on or what. I don't know what all we're going to be able to do. It's about 5 o'clock, and the park closes at 8. So, a little more than 2 hours here at the park. So, should have fun and just, ring the season out, or, finish the season the best that I can, here at Hersheypark. So, okay, guys, just entered the park, and one final time to look at the Christmas tree here. I mean, a great part of the park. I'm definitely glad that they added it this year to the Candy Lane lineup. Definitely good, and looks very good. It's just a great addition, and definitely great to have it at the front of the park, because I believe last year they had it back in the boardwalk, but it's very good here. Just front and center in the park. A great addition. Okay, guys, now we're getting the first ride of the night on Frontier Flyers. So let's see how it is. I mean, it's always great to go on a set of flying scooters. I mean, this isn't the greatest flying scooters. I still haven't done the ones at Knoebels. I need to do that next time I go. But, I think this is a great attraction to do during Candy Lane. One of my more favorite rides to do during this time. So let's get on it. And hopefully, it's not like I'm going to snap it, but at least have some fun.
Until the ride has come to a complete...
Okay, guys, just got off of Frontier Flyers. A great ride. Definitely great to do it during Candy Lane. One thing I will say is, when there's a lot of wind like there is today, I mean, there's not a lot of wind, but, it's the winter, so it's going to have some wind. It's kind of like the scooter just wants to go to one direction. So in some cases, it was kind of hard to get it to go to the other direction. I mean, it's not too hard. It's just it's a bit hard. It's not as easy as it usually is when there's no wind. But overall, it was a fun ride, and it's one of the only things that's open, so I'll do it. And it definitely was fun. Okay, guys, now we're gonna get right on the pirate ship. I believe this is only my second time this season going on it, so definitely first time during Candy Lane. So should be a good ride. So let's get on the pirate ship and see how it is. Okay, guys, just got off of the pirate ship. Sat on the second to last row. So, not the best experience, but whatever. It was what it is, and overall fun ride. I'm not the biggest fan of pirate ships. It doesn't really do much. But overall, I mean, it's a fun ride, and like I say all the time, there's only so much open during Candy Lane, so it is good what they do have open. So overall, it was a fun ride, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, guys, now we're gonna take a stroll through Treeville, which is Hersheypark's, Christmas tree walkthrough. It's laid out a little different this year. Of course, it's right over here by the Ferris wheel, the old whip building, and laugh track. So first of all, you have the Ante-Mortem's Abattoir, which is the scare zone that is normally in this building here, which was originally the whip building. So they have a tree for that. Then they have a tree for the Milton Hershey School here. Pretty nice. It just looks almost like a tree that you'd have at your house. And then we have the Catherine Hershey School again. it doesn't look too different than just, I mean, tell me, does this look anything like the tree you had up this year? And then up here, of course, we have the Pepsi's tree. So, you know, PepsiCo. And then we have a Destination Gettysburg tree, which I guess is the tourist organization for Gettysburg, or whatever you want to call it. Looks like they have reindeer there too. Another nice tree. I mean, all these trees are nice. Now if we come over here, I think this is my favorite tree, or at least the ones that I've seen. We have the Wildcat's Revenge tree. I mean, just phenomenal. I mean, you have pieces of wood or pieces of track. Oh, that's a piece of wood. I thought maybe there was a piece of track that has a bolt through it, or wood. This is just a phenomenal tree. I really wish I had this tree. I'd really like a tree just like this. I mean, really a phenomenal tree. It really represents Wildcat's Revenge very well. And then we have the Stoner Graphics tree here. I don't know if they've done work for Hersheypark or what they do, but I guess they have. But oh, I guess they've done all of the logos like Sky Rush, Jolly Rancher Remix, the Hershey Stadium Museum, the Hershey Chocolate Town logo. So I guess they've done all the logos for Hershey recently. Twizzlers Twisted Gravity. I don't know if you guys can see that, but definitely a cool tree. Another one. Like I said, all of these really look like, of course, and the new Comet logo. Pretty nice logos, but so of course I guess they've done all the logos for Hersheypark in the past. I mean, really all these trees are just phenomenal. Then here we have a Giant Food Stores tree. Probably my least favorite tree. Then we have the Hershey Federal Credit Union. You know, just another sponsor, I guess, or you know, I guess any business could pay to have a tree here to sponsor their business. And then we have the Hershey Country Club. You know, different things around Hershey. Want to display a tree here. So, definitely nice. At the Iron Valley real estate tree. Probably the biggest so far, I think. Pretty big tree. Then we have a Hershey's Chocolate World tree. And then we have a Hershey Gardens tree. You know, this one is definitely very unique. You know, has some flowers and stuff in there. Different things that they have at the Hershey Gardens just to represent them. And then an Easy Pass, of course, the antique auto and the sports cars here are sponsored by Easy Pass and the Turnpike. Look, they even have a Keystone Turnpike hat, hard hat up on top as a tree topper. Definitely another nice tree. They have a lot of definitely a lot of unique trees. And then we have the Chocolatier tree. They even have one of their appetizers, Ferris wheels, as a tree topper. And then the Ocean Connections, which is what does the sea lion and seal show here. You know, so just different, you know, merchandise that they sell, just have on here. So a pretty nice tree. And then they have a Dry Gulch Railroad tree. This is another real nice one. And then Twizzlers Twisted Gravity, which is new for this year. S&S Scream and Swing to the Park. So, you know, it's definitely great to see that they're adding a tree for. And then we have a mid-Penn Bank tree. So, another sponsorship. Not the most exciting one, but another sponsorship. That's how they. Penn State Health tree. So, of course, we have the Milton Hershey Penn State Health Hospital nearby, so there's going to be a sponsorship here. You know, different things from them, and I'm not sure what all is on here, but definitely another nice tree. But this looks like it is a king-size shake tree, which, I mean, who doesn't love a king-size shake? Looks like they have some of the different toppings that they have. Size shake tree. And then we have Jolly Rancher Remix tree, you know, nice things on this tree. Not only so much you can say, but, you know, just, this is interesting. I didn't think that they'd make the Jolly Rancher Remix tree like this. I think they do it a little differently. So it's not really Jolly Rancher Remix themed that much. It's just, they called it that. And, you know, there are some stuff, but not really a ton. Then I guess this is a Chevy Beach Patrol tree. It doesn't say anything under it. And then over here we have Zoo America, North American Wildlife Park tree. Some photos of the different animals and ornaments, so it's the different pictures of different animals, the eagle, and different ornaments, just general. This is another one of my favorites, I think. But that is it for the Treeville. That's all the trees they have. Really, overall, they have a lot more than I expected them to have. So it's definitely nice to see. You know, it's not nice when they just have a couple of trees. They definitely have a nice variety. But then over here in the boardwalk, where Sandcastle Cove, I believe, is what this was. There is big construction here. They completely tore down Sandcastle Cove, tore up the concrete even, and now we have concrete footers, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look like they have any rebar or bolt sticking through, so I'm not sure what these footings are for. Something, you know, definitely good to keep an eye out for what it is. Maybe it's just another play structure like what we have right over here with, you know, the giant bucket and such. But, you know, definitely interesting to keep an eye out, you know, and especially with Tidal Force as well. All of the rumors and such going on with that. I mean, obviously at this point, Tidal Force is probably staying until next season. But, you know, definitely good to keep an eye out on this area. Can't really do much since the park is closing for the season now, but definitely when they reopen, or, you know, driving by can see anything, which you probably can't, but once they reopen in the spring, we'll see what's going on, unless they make announcements, which I doubt they're going to be making an announcement. Maybe they will, maybe they'll surprise me, but nevertheless, lots of things going on in the park, so definitely want to keep an eye out for everything. Okay guys, came to get another hot chocolate here at the Hot Chocolate Express and the s'mores stand. So it's definitely very cold out tonight. So definitely want to keep warm. You know, especially walking around back there. Treeville definitely got me a lot colder, you know, and I didn't have a hot chocolate, so definitely wanted to come and get another hot chocolate and warm up. Okay guys, now I'm going to get a ride on Coco Cruiser. Most likely it'll be the last ride of the season on this, so let's get on it and see how it is.
Check your lap bar.
Okay guys, just got off of Coco Cruiser. A great ride, of course. Goes around 3 times. I mean, we all know what Coco Cruiser is. One thing I did notice is parts of the ride, you could, where it's the paint is wearing down, you can see some of the yellow. I don't know if you can see that, but that section of track there's some yellow appearing out from when it was painted yellow from the leftover paint from Sky Rush. So it's definitely nice that they repainted it a couple years ago, but it's starting to show the yellow again. But overall, it was a fun ride. And actually, a fun fact about the ride is right there, that section of the track there, That's about 6 or 7 feet tall. 6, 7, 6 or 7 foot tall. It's no big deal. You know, the ride isn't much taller than 6 or 7 feet, and that section is 6 or 7 foot tall. So it's phenomenal that they decided to make that section of the ride 6 or 7 foot tall. 6, 7. But overall, it was a fun ride. Okay, guys, now I'm gonna get a ride on Starship America. It's the best.
As your Starship approaches the tarmac. Once the ride is stopped, you may exit the Starship and out the blue gate on the side. Thank you for riding the Starship America, and NASA and astronomers around the world salute you, brave astronauts.
So now we're gonna get on Starship America.
That's so good. That's so corny.
Okay, guys, just got off of Starship America. Overall, a phenomenal ride. Huge shout out to the operator running it right now. I mean, you know, did a great job of, you know, hyping everyone up and such. You know, a great spiel and stuff. It was really funny. The best ride I've ever had on Starship America, I can say that easily. Because that was a phenomenal ride. Huge thank you to whoever you are that was operating that ride. It was a phenomenal ride. I really enjoyed it a lot. Okay, guys, now I'm going to get a ride on the Dry Gulch Railroad, so let's get on it. Okay, guys, just got off of the Dry Gulch Railroad. I'm trying to get over to Reese's Cup Fusion and hopefully get a ride on it before the park closes and be able to get a ride on Coco Cruiser as well, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that, so we'll just have to see how long the line is at Reese's Cup Fusion. If it's too long, then I'll just go over to Coco Cruiser, ride that. But overall, I had a fun ride on the Dry Gulch Railroad. Got to sit right up front, so of course had a lot of fun. But now it's just a matter of seeing what else we can get on before the park closes here in like 8 minutes. Okay, guys, so Reese's Cup Fusion had a bit of a line. I don't feel like, you know, doing it and, you know, having that as the last ride of the season. I'd rather not, so you go up and do Coco Cruiser as the last ride of the season. Just do it. Probably should be able to do it once or twice, so we will do that. I mean, I could do Coco Cruiser once more and then go over and do that, but, you know, I'd rather just do Coco Cruiser as one last ride of the season. Okay, guys, just got off of Coco Cruiser. Phenomenal ride, you know, last coaster ride of the season. So, you know, great. I had a lot of fun on it. But now I'm going to get a ride on Fender Benders, which will truly be my last ride of the season. You know, not the last coaster, but it will be the last ride. So, let's get on it and see how it is for one last ride of the 2025 season. Even though it's already January 4th, 2026, but this will be the last ride of the 2025 season. So let's get on it. And with that, the 2025 riding season has come to an end officially. You know, that was the Coast Ride's last ride, but whatever. I'm fine with that last ride. You know, it was a lot of fun. Of course, the big elephant of the room is this year. I believe the only 2 rides that I could have ridden this year that I didn't was Reese's Cup Fusion and the monorail. Those are the only 2 rides I haven't ridden I should have at some point, but it is what it is. The monorail I would have ridden. It was only open for springtime in the park, basically. It was closed for basically the entire season. And then Reese's Cup Fusion, it always has a long line. There's been times when it has it, especially during Candy Lane, and there's been other times, but I just haven't ridden it. I was going to try and do it tonight, but I just didn't end up doing it. But overall, I think I had a very good season here at Hersheypark. That's the only park I've come to this season. Next season, of course, I'm going to try to get to Doherty, definitely Knoebels. So that should be 3 parks next season that I get to. And hopefully, I'll go once to Doherty and maybe 2 or 3 times to Knoebels. And then, of course, coming here basically weekly, like I usually do. But overall, there were plenty of times that I was trying to, do a lot more. I've never really done everything I wanted to do, but this season, that happens every season. And it is what it is. I really am very happy with what I ended up doing this season. This season went by like that. This season basically just begun. But overall, had a lot of fun, and it's really been a good season. It's been a wild year and a wild season here at Hersheypark. So overall, I had a lot of fun and did a lot of stuff. But overall, I had a lot of fun, like I said. So with that, everything is over. Won't be coming back here until April the 4th, I believe is when I'll be here. Because I believe they open like the 2nd or the 3rd, but I won't be able to come till like the 4th of April. So that is, let's see, 1, 2, like 3 months basically. But it's gonna go by like that. The past 3 months have gone by like that. So I don't doubt that it's gonna be sooner than we think. I think I really did, like I said before, made the most of the season and had a lot of fun, from April to now. This is the latest they've ever closed. January the 4th. Usually they're closing January 1st. So got more visits than I would have if they would have closed on January 1st. 2 or 3 more. But overall, had a lot of fun and really enjoyed my time here at Hersheypark for the 2025 season. I truly survived all of these rides this season. It's not about survival. I probably thrived, and I, of course, marathoned almost every ride of that on that, list. But overall, I would say I did survive all of those rides, even though that's kind of interesting to say, for sure. Okay guys, so we came into Hershey's Chocolate World here because I wanted to see if they're still doing the Christmas overlay on the ride, but I came over here and saw this, which is Bells Across PA. This is basically, the Bells Across PA is a thing to celebrate the 150th anniversary of America. So, they made a bunch of different bells, and this was made by some art company or such out of Philadelphia. So it's basically just celebrating and showcasing, the history of Hershey and all the different landmarks and such. So pretty nice. This will be here until December 31st, 2026. So basically for another year. It's definitely very artistic. I would have expected it to be so artistic, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just interesting. So it is nice to see this, to celebrate the 250th anniversary. So if you're ever coming to Chocolate World, make sure you stop in and check this out. Definitely very nice. Okay guys, now we're going to get on the tour ride to see if they still have the Christmas overlay. So if it is, I'll just speed through it and I'll post a separate video of the actual experience. So if it is still the overlay, make sure you go and check that out. But just gonna get on it. It's been a while since I've ridden this, I forget. Probably midsummer since I've ridden it, so definitely want to get on it and see if it still has a Christmas overlay. I think it should, but you never know. It is like, over a week past Christmas. Like 2 weeks almost at this point. So I don't know if they'll still have it, but just thought I'd check it out and see if they still have it or not.
Hershey's flavor.
Looks like our packages are ready to go, and I better get going too. It's been a privilege being your guide today. Remember that wherever you go, you're never far from it. So be sure to
If you're with me here, you felt like this too, the season just flew by. But overall, I think I made the best of it. Yes, like I said earlier, there have been plenty of times where I was like, I wish I would have come a lot more, and I wish I would have done way more on these visits. But at the end of the day, I'm never gonna end up doing everything I expected to do or everything I wanted to do. And it's just about making the most fun out of your visit and having the most fun. And I really think I did do that. I did to the best of my ability. And I just had a phenomenal season here at Hersheypark. So if you enjoyed it as much as I did, watching along, enjoyed the entire thing, make sure. Okay guys, so my camera died while I was trying to film the outro to this video at the park because I recorded so much on this visit. You know, it was a great visit. I had so much fun, you know, spent so much time recording, so my camera ended up dying. I only have so much charge on my battery, so it ended up dying. So overall I had a phenomenal visit, and this season was phenomenal. Some great memories I had. One of my favorites, of course, was getting to be one of the first to ride Twizzler's Twisted Gravity with the pass, of course. I mean, lots of people have it, but nevertheless, that was a lot of fun. Getting my first rides on it, and one of the first people to post my reactions to Twizzler's Twisted Gravity. It was a phenomenal ride, and I really enjoyed it. And there was plenty of other great memories, like on 4th of July, you know, watching the fireworks, and then, you know, watching the fireworks and then getting out of the park. That was horrible. You know, we were in the parking lot for an hour and a half almost, trying to get out of the parking lot. But overall, it was a fun memory, at least. But overall, this season was amazing. So many memories. It just flew by, so it doesn't even feel like a memory. It just feels like, oh yeah, I did that the other day, even though it was half a year ago, because this season has just flown by like that. It feels like it just began. But overall, I had a fun time. And if you guys agree with me, if you had a fun season, if you enjoyed watching the videos, make sure you guys go down and subscribe. Make sure you go down and comment any fun memories or your favorite vlog from this season. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Do all the stuff that I'm always telling you to do. Make sure you do that if you're not already subscribed, because there's lots of more content to come. You know, predictions about Hersheypark in the future, news videos, and just so much other stuff, rankings on the off season, and then when the season starts up again, there'll be lots more of things being posted on the channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this season. I hope you enjoyed this last visit special. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you go down and do that. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.